Good morning. Oh my goodness. Today has been a crazy day and I'm like super late getting on live, but that's okay because I don't know if this is going to fall. This looks like it's going to fall. Normally I put my phone up on the windowsill and then I have like good lighting, but it's so bright I couldn't even see my screen. Hey Brandy, I'm just going to can I invite people? No, I don't know. I used to be able to invite people. Apparently, that's not working anymore. No, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, excuse me. So, I hope you all had an awesome weekend. My weekend was kind of crazy. The girls, well, my oldest was sick all weekend. She was like holding down the couch all weekend with a fever. And so we didn't really do too much. But that's okay because sorry for this moving around thing. Hopefully I don't get motion sickness. I'm trying to get my phone to sit straight. Anyway, hopefully you guys aren't sick like mine. She's better now. She had like a fever for 2 days and then this morning she woke up and she's like, I feel fine. And I took her temperature and she was fine. So I'm like, cool, I guess you're done. So it was a crazy weekend. And then last night, my 2-year-old had a bit of a fever. She fell asleep on me, which is like weird because she never falls asleep on me. And then, so I put her to bed. And then a couple hours later, she woke up and she was feeling warm. So I'm like, okay, well, let's give you some medicine and see what's going on. And I gave her medicine. And then, and then she puked all over me. So that was fun. Hi. Hi. What's up? Do you want to say good morning to everybody? Yeah. Come here. Come here.
I poop.
You puked, yes. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, go watch your show. Yeah, Mommy will go change your diaper later, okay? She actually did poop. I smell her. Yeah, go. Bring it out to the living room. Okay. Anyway, so between that and then I had to sleep with the little one last night because she was sick. I thought I could invite people to my Go Live. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Invite. Here we go. Right. Anyway, so on that note, I'm super, super pumped to get into part 2 of my 3-part series that I'm doing on the art of goal setting. Last week we touched on what is goal setting, and I talked about how when people set goals traditionally, that they don't go about it probably the right way. Selecting a goal is easy to do, but having to do the process of actually like achieving the goal is what people struggle with. So now we're going to talk about how to set goals that you'll actually follow. How's that? So when we talk about goals, we always have, it's a dynamic thing. There's always new goals that you want to achieve. There's, if anybody has a vision board, if you've ever put up a big board or have a vision board. I have a vision board on my Pinterest. I don't have really the space to put up whiteboards or cork boards or anything like that. So I don't have like a big, like an actual physical vision board, but I have Pinterest where I put pictures of stuff that I found that something that I want to strive for, which in a sense kind of works. Cheers to Monday, right? So, excuse me, when we talk about our goals and the things that we want to achieve in our life, whether it's, losing weight, or you want to start a new business, or you want to achieve a certain status in your business, or whatever it is that you want, goal setting is easy. But we always have new goals cycling through our systems, right? And we call this a goal competition. Goals are always competing with each other for time and attention. When you chase a new goal, you pull focus from the other goals, especially if you've had, a goal of doing something for so long and you're just like, it's just not happening. So then you pull focus, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to go chase this new thing. You pull focus from these other things and you can go chase this new thing, right? That's called goal competition. It's one of the greatest barriers to achieving goals because for the most part, if you stick with something long enough, it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? Especially if you do the proper processes for achieving your goals. So, but it's also one of the fastest way to make progress. If you can press pause on some of your other like long-term goals or goals that maybe don't really necessarily need to be achieved right away, you can start pulling focus from those ones and put it towards your new goal, or maybe something that has a higher priority, needs to be completed, a lot sooner than the other goals. But when we fail at achieving our goals, we often think there was something wrong with our goals, right? So we're told we're not thinking big enough. So lack of motivation. Usually you're like, well, if you have a big enough goal, that is your motivation, right? If you have a big enough goal, then you will achieve it. Or we don't have enough time in the day. So barriers for achieving goals is, if we don't have a big enough goal, or if we don't have enough time in the day. But what looks like a problem of goal setting is actually a problem with goal selection. Stick with me on this. You don't need bigger goals. You just need to choose one thing. Hey, Tina. She said she'll have to go back and watch what you missed. You didn't miss a ton. I just talked about goal competition. But yeah, you'll definitely have to go back and watch that a little bit. I haven't been on for very long. I was a little bit late getting on. So, where was I? So, when you are looking at your goals, so you look at your list of goals that you want to achieve, even if you're adding in stuff, you're achieving stuff, you're crossing stuff off your list, you're adding stuff in, right? It's a dynamic list. It never is ever the same. It's always changing, right? So you don't need bigger goals. You just need to choose one thing and eliminate everything else for that time being until you achieve that goal, and then you can move on, right? So if you're trying to achieve, like if you've got 3 or 4 or 5 goals that you want to achieve before, in 2020, let's say 2020, you're like, I've got all these goals that I want to achieve. I have set intentions, because you know that I hate resolutions. I posted about that over the weekend, I think it was. I hate New Year's resolutions. I think intentions is a better word for that. So when you're setting the intentions, you're setting these goals for 2020, you're like, yeah, I'm going to smash these out. But what if you choose one thing at a time? You take the process of achieving that goal and you apply it to your life for the time being that you're going to achieve that goal. You achieve the goal and you're like, cool, I cross that one off my list, move on, right? You don't need more time. You need to decide and prioritize. Tina says, yes, one thing at a time for this cat. Yeah, I agree completely. And it's so crazy because people are like, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this. And you're like, okay, so how are you going to do all this stuff? Which is great. I love seeing people's lists. I love seeing them. I'm like, yes, let's get it. But how? Like, if you're trying to do everything at once, isn't that going to be a little bit too much? Like, if you have kids like me, like if you have a job, if you have, a lot of other things consuming your time, sometimes the things that you need to do the processes that you need to do in order to achieve your goals don't get done. But if you choose one thing at a time, then you might have a little bit more of a fighting chance. So our goals, and I like this analogy, our goals are like plants. And I was like thinking about my tomato plants that I grow in my greenhouse in the summer. And almost daily, maybe every other day, I go through my greenhouse and I water, and then I pick off the shoots off of the big plants. There's the shoots that grow. Some have flowers, some don't. But guess what? The ones with flowers are the ones that produce fruit, or your tomatoes. I know some people think they're fruit, some people think they're vegetable. That's not the point here. The ones with the flowers produce tomatoes. So what do? Is I go through and I prune off. I just snap them off, the little shoots, the leaves, the vines that come off the plant that don't have any flowers on them. So what I'm doing is I'm pruning, I'm trimming, I'm making sure that the ones with the flowers get all the nutrients and all the water and everything that they need, and the other ones aren't sucking up the nutrients that the ones with the flowers need, right? Because the ones with the flowers is what's going to make me my tomatoes. If I don't have any tomatoes, I don't get to make salsa or have fresh tomatoes on my sandwiches or anything like that. I love fresh tomatoes from my what's it? Imagine if you dig them up to check on them. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Dig up my tomatoes, right? Are you thinking maybe potatoes? I don't grow potatoes because I don't eat them, but tomatoes is like my favorite thing. So what we're talking about, trimming or pruning. Thank you. I don't want the balloon. You can take it.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want a toothbrush? Okay. Go. Wait, maybe that didn't make sense. I was talking about, because I'm thinking that you're maybe thinking potatoes, or if you like leave the potatoes and then if you're constantly digging them up to check them, maybe. I'm not sure. It's all good, girl. It's all good. I know I'm like running on lack of sleep lately. So they constantly, our goals are like plants or bushes or whatever. They constantly need to be checked and consistently pruned. Yes, baby. In order to thrive. Yeah, you said hi already. Can you go? Mommy's in the middle of a go live. Can you go, please? I love that when they're two. Okay, stop. Go watch a show with your sister, please. Please? Yeah. So, when we get, I'm thinking about manifesting and prioritizing your goals and like pruning off, the dead one. Yeah, it's a little bit different, because when you're manifesting, you're not necessarily worried about the how. You're just putting out the intention. And when you're working on the processes of achieving a goal, then you want to make sure that you're pruning off your bad habits or the processes that are not going to get you to where you need to go with your goal. It is a little bit different. Would you not be on the counter, please?
Oh, be on the counter.
Apparently she needs to be on the counter. No, let's not. Kate, stop. Ugh. Thank you. Okay, go watch your show, please.
No.
Zoe will give you a chocolate. Go see. Yeah, chocolate on a Monday morning. That's how I get my kids to stop bugging me. So yes, we get excited about new goals and ventures. But then we have to revisit our list and make sure that we create the space needed for that goal to bloom and create fruit. So we're ultimately, like I said, pruning goals that maybe don't service us anymore. Maybe we are pruning processes that don't necessarily lead us to the goals that we want to prioritize, right? So, what I have here on my notes, I have like 3 pages of notes for you guys today. Full growth and optimal living require pruning. That's just the way it is. And when I started my online business, I had to prune away a lot of the things that I was doing in my life already in order to create space. Because to me, my online business was... Oh, you got a chocolate. Oh, look at you. Okay, go eat it at the table, please. Go eat at the table.
No.
Yeah, I know. You got to bug mommy all day. That's what happens when you're slept with mommy all night and then now you're still not feeling so good.
Look
So-
at mommy.
Yeah, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. You're going to push it over. That's more mommy's propping up her phone. So in order to do that, so in order to prune away the bad habits or the habits or processes that are not serving ultimately your goals, what we do, what we call is goal stacking.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, go. Go.
Oh.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of habit stacking. So in Atomic Habits, James Clear says that you are more likely to stick to a new habit if you make a plan of when, where, how, right? When, where, how. That's how you make a new habit. So, for example, thanks for falling on that. Okay, get out. 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 I understand. Go. Go. No, she's mad at me. She just fell. So, for example, during the next week, I will partake in at least, so if you wanted to like lose weight or whatever, if you wanted to get healthier, during next week, I will partake in at least 20 minutes of vigorous exercise on this day or these days at this time, like time of day, at, this place or in this place. Okay, go see your sister, please. Mommy's almost done. I promise. Go. I don't. Can you go take your balloon to the kitchen?
No.
Oh, child. Go.
No.
That's what happens when kids are sick. Maybe I should have planned a winning Wednesday this week instead of the motivation Monday. Okay, no, mommy can't have you on my lap right here. Go get a sucky. Go find a sucky. Okay, so yes, that is called like putting out your, these are called implementation intentions of how you're going to achieve your new habit or your new process to achieve your goals, right? So then what you do is you do what they call habit stacking. And so example, if I wanted to meditate more, if I wanted to implement meditation into my daily routine, after I brew my coffee, I will meditate for 10 minutes, while the coffee is brewing, right? Go find it. Go find it.
Go find it.
Yeah. So these, yeah, go find it.
No, go find it.
Oh, my child. Okay, go find, here, take this to Zoe.
Okay.
Go. I don't think she's ever been this needy before on a Go Live. This is like my 44th Go Live or something. 44th week in a row that I've done a Go Live. I don't think she's been this needy. I apologize. So, doing habit stacking. So, when you have an old habit that you're doing already. So, in the morning, you turn your coffee on to brew. And then you go meditate for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, however long it takes to brew. If that makes sense. So your old habit, you're stacking your new habit onto your old habit. That's called habit stacking. You can also do that with the processes that you need to develop to achieve your goals. So the goals, again, are what we want to achieve, and the systems are processes that we follow on a daily basis in order to achieve our goals. So habit stacking or goal stacking and implementation intentions help us move from the goal in our heads to the specific processes that we need to do in order to make it to reality. So depending on your goal, your process will be either different or same or whatever of anybody else's, depending on what you want to achieve and what your goals are. So when we look at goal setting, we always give ourselves a lower bound or a minimum. Say, I'm going to lose at least 10 pounds, over the next 6 months or whatever it is, right? I'm going to do at least this over the next this time. But what if we added an upper bound or an upper, like a maximum? So I'm going to do at least this, but no more than this. Keep yourself in what we call like a sweet spot or like a magical production zone. You want to push yourself just enough to make progress, but not so much that that progress or your efforts are not sustainable. So your upper limits make it easier for you to sustain growth and progress without completely burning out. And I made a little graph. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So on this axis, I have sustainability. On this axis, I have effort. So this is laziness. A is laziness and B is burnout. Right in this middle here is your sweet spot or your magic. Magic?
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
So showing up is more important than magic, yes.
Yeah.
Is more important than succeeding. If you don't build on that habit, you will never have anything to improve on in the future. So we want so I don't know if you could see this. Sustainability. So being lazy is super, super, super sustainable, right? If we're sitting on the couch doing nothing and you're not getting anywhere, obviously, that's laziness. But that's super, super sustainable. Your burnout is a ton of effort, but it's not sustainable at all. You want to find your own sweet spot. Everybody's is different. You want to find your own magic spot, your own sweet spot for
Mom.
Yes, sweetie. Okay, go find a pen. Excuse me. So, like I said, consistency, showing up every day is a lot easier when you build the habits, when you do your habit stacking or your goal stacking, when you when you find that sweet spot between sustainability and effort. You don't want to be like completely lazy, not doing anything, but on the other side doing everything and burning yourself out. You have to find that sweet spot. And I think with myself in my, like when I did that 75 hard, I found that sweet spot, and then it made it super, super easy to continue. I think after like 20 some days, I found the sweet spot and I was like, yeah, I could do this. I could do this for like 100 days. Like give it all. So when planning your goals, plan out your processes as well. And when you plan out processes in the right way and you build upon your current habits, you create your new habits with your current habits, habit stacking, and you create your implementation intentions. So writing them out, what day, what time, what place you're going to be doing your new habits. That is the processes that you need in order to achieve your goals. So that is how to set goals that you will actually achieve. And also goal competition. I almost forgot about that. I've been talking for so long. Goal competition. So making sure you're weeding out, the processes or the goals, that things that either no longer serve you, they're no longer part of your current life. Maybe some things that you do need to get rid of. Like when I volunteered all the time, I needed to step back. I needed to step away. And I stepped away a lot over the last year. Hi. I'm almost done, Kate. I stepped away a lot over the last year of my volunteering because my business took priority. Learning my business and learning how to make the processes within my business took more of a priority than for me to do my volunteering so much anymore. I still do some volunteering stuff, just not as involved. It was almost like a full-time job. Can you not put your toothbrush on my paper? Thank you. So anyway, I know there's a lot of information in this Go Live, but part 3 of our 3-part series is next week after the Christmas holiday here. I will be talking about how to achieve your goals consistently. And that one's a really big one. So building upon last week, part one of the art of goal setting. So why is my paperwork not working? So last week I talked about what is goal setting. This week I talked about how to set goals that you'll actually follow. And the next week is how to achieve your goals consistently. I am looking forward to this one, but I'm super, super excited to bring this to you, especially because it's the end of a year, it's the end of a decade, and we all know that that's when people just kind of jump in with both feet and try and do things like joining gyms or joining businesses or starting things, or always starting new things. So I hope that you all are loving this series, because I like doing these different things for you guys. Let me know if there's things that you want me to discuss in the new year, you want me to bring you new value in the new year. Definitely let me know, reach out, send me a message, or you can definitely comment on here and I'll reach out to you. Anyway, I should probably go tend to my sick children now. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday.
Bye.
Bye. Yes, this mama's got to do some grocery shopping today. Here.
Yeah.
Grocery shopping today.
Grocery shopping.
Yes, grocery shopping. And then we get to bake some cookies. And cookies.
Yeah.
And clean some house.
Clean your house. Yeah.
Oh, this other one wants to say hi. Okay. Can you come in and say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Okay, I hope you all have a great Christmas, and I will see you around the group. If you're not in my group, I'm sure there's a link around here somewhere around this video, and you can definitely tap it and request access to it. I will help you have a great holiday, and I will see you next week, just ahead of the new year, with part 3 of the art of goal setting. Have a great day. Bye.